Greetings and great day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to my Aisha Speaks Jade podcast, where I am your hostess, Aisha, also known as Jade. And this is a very real issue. So we know that May was all about Mental Health Awareness Month, July that we just got out of, almost about a good maybe week ago. Was talking about July being Minority Mental Health Awareness Month. And I definitely appreciate when those months come up, as well as, awareness for other months, because if you don't know, it does not just stop in May or, July or January through December. There's a lot of awarenesses that go on each and every day in all of our lives. And so, what I want to speak about is 8 life changes you must make to reduce anxiety. And anxiety is not one of those things where we're looking for attention, but we actually need support and guidance and, other options to take when we're going through them. And if many of you have listened to my lived or learned experiences, that's one of the diagnoses that I have: anxiety and panic attacks. And so, no, I can speak for me. I am not looking for attention. I am looking for support and guidance and what to do to reduce that anxiety. And for me, it's not always medicine. Now, with that being said, I'm not knocking anyone who believes that medicine helps them, because if that's what you believe, then please, by all means, do what works for you. For those of us that may not want that approach and may be looking for holistic natural choices, that is okay too. Also, it's okay if you take meds and you're looking for alternative choices to incorporate with that. Like, whatever works for an individual, then that is what that is. There is no judgment and no pointing fingers, because we're all built differently. So again, welcome to Aisha Speaks Jade podcast. I am your hostess with the mostest. And so again, the episode is about 8 life changes you must make to reduce anxiety. That is today's episode. So, anxiety is a very real issue. If you don't believe it, it is very real. Okay? And it is something tons of people suffer from worldwide, whether you are diagnosed with it or you're undiagnosed with it and you're fully aware of what anxiety is and what it looks like. People have it and live with it every day. It can range from a mild anxiety attack, which I've had, to a very severe one, which I've had, and take a very serious toll on the person who has a disorder regarding it. Again, anxiety is very real for people. So I am a person who is affected by anxiety, and I definitely can assure you it is not something to joke about, okay? There are roughly about 40 million adults, and the number could be higher, but roughly about 40 million adults in the United States, age 18 and or older, dealing with some kind of anxiety disorder. So while anxiety disorders are treatable, almost 40% of all suffering from them do not get the treatment they need. So while anxiety affects all of us at one time or another, for those who suffer from an anxiety disorder, it is much worse. They are often overwhelmed with excessive worry to the extent where it interferes with their daily lives. So I know for someone without an anxiety disorder, it seems a bit outlandish, but it is all too real. I know a lot of people don't understand it. Again, people say whatever they say. We're looking for attention. It's not really real, or you'll get over it, or just pray about it, and just several different things. And while I'm not necessarily saying I'm knocking some of those things, we need help right then and there. And prayer may not help right then and there. We need some kind of results to bring that anxiety down. So when it comes to keeping your anxiety under control, there are a few things you can do that make a huge difference. So I just want to just kind of jump right into these 8 things that will help you reduce your anxiety. And you can do it just all on your own, like on a holistic approach, or you can just have your medicine that you may take for anxiety, but you want to incorporate this. You can do a combination of all of it. As long as it is working for you, that is my suggestion. So the first one would be declutter your life and the surroundings. Declutter your life and the surroundings. So the less clutter in your life, the better. So you can declutter everything you can. And while your physical surroundings may be cluttered, remember to not leave out your mind. Yes, declutter your surroundings. If your environment is cluttered, work on decluttering it. Alleviate that. Also, decluttering your mind is huge. If you need to get toxic people out of your life, if you need to care about them or love them from a long handle, then do that. Change up your who you decide to allow in your life. Change up your surroundings if you can. Maybe take one step at a time and get yourself involved in different things, which we will speak about. Number 2, cut negative, stressful people out of your life. Let Jesus be a fence. Yes, Nam Yoho Renke Kyo. Please cut negative, stressful people out of your life. Don't allow negative or stressful people rule your life, because we know that they can, especially family. Outsiders too, but especially family or those that care for you. They will try to run your life, tell you what is best for you. Live your life for yourself. If you are grown, if you are an adult, live your life for yourself. We all are going to come across a mistake or two through our lives. That's a part of life. Live the life that you want. As I state, quote, create the life that you want. If someone does not like you or the things you do, cut them out. Cut them out. Sometimes it just has to be like that. Cut them out. Love them from a distance. Do what you need to do to relieve that stress out of your life. Number 3, get really into hobbies that make you happy. Find something you are passionate about and get into it. Have all the fun you deserve. Let your mind be taken off of the stress and worry, even if it's just for a little while. Enjoy something that you haven't done in a long time, or maybe there's something that you want to do but you haven't tried it yet. Step out. Try it. You can just try one hobby. You don't have to do several things. Try that one thing that you've been looking to do. And maybe when you've done it, you can check it off. If you like it and you want to go back, that is all good. But do something that you're going to have fun and enjoy it, so that you don't, that your mind don't have to worry. The next, which is 4, is meditate more often. which I can believe that meditation, because there are different forms of meditation. Meditation works wonders for anxiety. I'm sure you can go on YouTube and Google different types of meditation and maybe try a couple of them and see what works for you. Just get yourself in a place, in a calm, cool, collective place, and try out some meditation. You can meditate once a day, maybe for between 10 to 20 minutes, but the more you do it, the better. It is a way to let go of things that are bothering you. Okay, so meditation is another good remedy. 5, let your support system actually be there for you. If you have a great support system, let that be there for you. Let the people who are supposed to be there for you actually be there for you. Don't send them away when you are upset. Let them be your shoulder to cry on when you are upset. Again, if they are a good support system, don't run them away. Don't push them off. Allow them to be supportive for you. Number 6, learn to step back and breathe when you need to. Learn to step back and breathe when you, learn to step back and breathe when you need to. And I remember a few times people saying, can you just stop a minute and just breathe? You're doing too much, Jade. You're just doing too much. Stop and breathe. Just take a moment and breathe. So breathing correctly is important. You need to know when you are getting overwhelmed that you can always take a step back and breathe. Nothing is ever so immediate that you have no time to let yourself relax. The world can wait even if it's just for a few seconds, because guess what? Everything is still going to be there. The people are going to be there. If you have a job, the job is going to be there. If you have your own business, the own business is going to be there. If you have family, the family will be there, right? Everything will still be there. Allow yourself to step back and breathe. And remember, your life matters. Your life matters. Your well-being matters. Your health matters. Take a few seconds and step back and breathe. And if you're trying to learn how to breathe, YouTube it. If you're not sure, it may sound silly, but if you're not sure how to breathe when you're feeling like an anxiety attack is going to happen, YouTube it. 7, add some lavender into your life. Lavender is wonderful, and I got to get better with it myself. I normally put lavender on every day. I have not, so I'm being accountable. I normally put it on my pinpoints, which is my forehead, my neck, my shoulders, or I might just spread it all around my body, to be honest. Add some lavender into your life. Lavender, especially in essential oil form, is known to help with anxiety, and that's what I have. I have lavender that's vegan, and I need to do better because, again, you can put it all over your body. I've done it. Or you can put it on PowerPoints, which is like, again, the forehead, the neck, and the shoulders, the lower part of the back, maybe the wrist area. You know, put it where you want. You can't drink it. Not the essential form oil. You can't drink it. Okay, so put it how you want. I wound up inhaling it because it's it's on my body, and it's just very soothing and calm for me. Now, I can't speak for other people, but if it's something that you've never tried, perhaps at least try it once, or try it, let's say, for a couple days and see how you react, okay? If you have been stressing and worrying, and you don't need a diagnosis to stress and worry, because we as humans, we do that. If you have been stressing and worrying far too much, lavender essential oils might benefit you greatly. And plus, it does smell really great. So try some lavender. And next is get the right amount of sleep. So that is something that probably I may have gotten since being sick with whatever and everything. I caught a little trace of the virus that had started at my job, and just overwhelmed with anxiety and everything else that you, mental and physical, just overwhelmed. So I already don't get a lot of sleep, and that's due to my PTSD, which stands for post-traumatic stress disorder. So I rarely get an 8 to 10 hours of sleep unless I'm sick, right? And that's a shame to say, but being honest, I probably get about five. Sometimes I have a little insomnia and don't get any. But for the most part, I'll say a good max would be 5. Yeah. So getting too much sleep or not enough sleep can and will have an effect on your health, both physically and mentally. If you want your body and mind to be operating as it should be, you need the right amount of sleep. So don't stay up for days on end or sleep your life away. So let's click on this and see how many hours they are saying, which I believe it's probably about 8 to 9 or 8 to 10 hours of sleep that they're saying that you should have. So anxiety disorder or sleep disorder, which comes first? Either one. Anxiety causes sleeping problems, and new research suggests sleep deprivation can cause an anxiety disorder. Research also shows that some form of sleep disruption is present in nearly all psychiatric disorders. Studies also show that people with chronic insomnia are at high risk of developing an anxiety disorder. It also can increase health risks. The risks of inadequate sleep extend way beyond tiredness. Sleepiness can lead to poor performance at work or school, increased risk of injury and health problems. Also, in addition to anxiety and mood disorders, those with sleep disorders are at risk for heart disease, heart failures, irregular heartbeat, heart attacks, high blood pressure, stroke, diabetes, and obesity, which I have to say I fit into a few of those. I have I've been diagnosed with high blood pressure and diabetes, and I've had a bout with, wasn't a heart attack, I had a mini stroke. So they do have sleep treatments if you have a sleep disorder, which an option could be cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, which teaches how to identify and modify behaviors that perpetuate sleeping problems. In addition, of course, I spoke on meditating. Exercising. We have to do some form of exercising. Even if you start on a low level, small level, start very low. Yoga is also supposed to be very good for reducing anxiety and stress. Playing music, which is soft, calming music, can lower your blood pressure and relax your mind and body. We spoke about an adequate amount of sleep. Also, direct stress and anxiety elsewhere. Talking to someone. So I'm going to say I believe it's been like 8 to 10 hours of sleep that they say at least to get. So I wanted to just kind of see what they said about how many hours, but I believe that's what it is, 8 to 10 hours of sleep. And I'm always amazed when people actually tell me they got 8 hours of sleep or 8 to 9 hours. And I'm like, kudos for you, because I would love to get that. on a daily. I know when I go out, like if I'm on vacation, maybe one day I do. And that's probably once I get off the plane and once I lay down. I probably get a good 8 hours because that jet lag is nothing to play with when it comes to me. Now, some people may not have jet lag, and that's okay, but I always have jet lag. So, yeah. But on a given no, but I'm going to work on that because I know that when I listen to the ocean sounds or the birds or anything nature, it was very relaxing. I think I'm going to try some calming, soft music. Also, they have caffeine-free teas like I believe chamomile. And they probably have some others, but that's the one that I can think of because that's one of the big ones, like chamomile tea. Also, maybe lavender may help at night. Not sure. But I'm definitely going to do some research and see. I just wanted to check some other things. So yes, lavender being the go-to oil, which helps again with stress and anxiety. There's some other things that they have bergamot, which is a pleasant citrus scent. They have so many things, but you just make sure you Google to see what certain things can work with others, what you can incorporate different oils with, because all oils shouldn't be mixed together. So just make sure you do your research and read the labels and all of those great, wonderful things. So thank you so much. I so appreciate you. And you guys are the best. I just want to just make sure that I haven't left anything out. And I don't believe that I have. I don't believe I have. Yes, I haven't. So thank you guys once again. I appreciate you. And always remember that your self-care is priority and number one. Again, your life matters. Your health matters. Your mental matters. Everything. You matter. You come first. You are number one priority. Okay? Love yourself and respect yourself. Know your worth and your value. Remember to create your best life. And if you go through the catch it, check it, change it, 3 C's, I know it's not always easy, but it is achievable. Create your greatness as well as create your happiness. With that in mind, peace and blessings be upon each and every one of you. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo, Namaste, and Ashe. Be good to yourself. Peace out.